Football fans can argue all they want, but if you watch the Champions League final and still think Arsenal weren't robbed, then we clearly watched different games. Because from the first whistle to the last, it felt like Arsenal were fighting two opponents, the team in front of them and the referee. Let's start with the corner kick 𝐀𝐒 before halftime. This one had Arsenal fans fuming. The ball clearly took a touch. Arsenal players were already preparing to whip the ball into the box, and instead of giving us one last dangerous chance before halftime, the referee says goal kick and blows the whistle. In a Champions League final, seriously, fine margins decide trophies, and Arsenal got 𝐀𝐒'd a huge opportunity. Then there's 𝐀𝐒 yellow card. Honestly, Arsenal players were getting punished for breathing near opponents, but somehow 𝐀𝐒 escapes with only a yellow after reckless moments that could have easily been judged harsher. Different rules for different teams, apparently. And don't even get me started on 𝐁𝐑𝐄𝐍𝐁𝐿 Saka's yellow card. Saka spent the whole match getting kicked, grabbed, pressured every time he touched the ball, yet somehow he's the one getting booked. The same Saka Arsenal depend on in big moments gets punished while others get away with murder. Make it make sense. But the biggest robbery of them all, 𝐀𝐒's penalty shout against Nuno Mendes. This is the one that still hurts. 𝐀𝐒 drives into the box, there's contact, Arsenal players instantly react, the bench explodes, fans everywhere are screaming penalty. And what happens? Nothing, no justice, no proper intervention. Just play on. If that happens at the other end, you already know the whistle is blown before the player even hits the ground, and the frustration boiled over. Declan Rice gets booked. Mikel Arteta gets booked. Why? Because they dared to question the nonsense they were watching. At that point, Arsenal weren't just battling for a Champions League trophy, they were battling decisions that kept going against them. People can say don't blame the referee. Arsenal fans know what we saw, the 𝐀𝐒'd corner, the soft bookings, the ignored penalty, call it what you want, but for Arsenal fans, that final felt stolen. Football can be cruel. 1 minute, you're dreaming of lifting the biggest trophy in club football. The next, you're lying on the pitch, heartbroken, trying to process what just happened. And that was David Raya. After the final whistle, after the pain of losing the Champions League final, the cameras caught something Arsenal fans will never forget. David Raya broken, lying down on the pitch, in tears, completely devastated. Not because he didn't care, but because he cared too much. This wasn't a goalkeeper who had a bad game. This wasn't someone who disappeared in the biggest moment. No, Raya gave Arsenal everything. Save after save. Moment after moment. Fighting until the very end. Even in the penalty shootout, he kept Arsenal alive and gave fans one last bit of hope. But football can be cruel, because sometimes your best just isn't enough. And when it was over, reality hit him hard. The dream was gone. The trophy slipped away. The season, all that sacrifice, all that pressure, ended in heartbreak. You could see it all over his face. The tears, the pain, the emptiness. Teammates tried to comfort him as he lay there, crushed by the moment, while the celebrations happened around him. And honestly, if you're an Arsenal fan, seeing Raya cry hurts. Because you know one thing. He gave everything. He fought for the badge. He fought for the fans. And in the end, he was left with nothing but heartbreak. People will remember trophies. People will remember winners. But Arsenal fans will remember the image of David Raya lying there in tears. A man who gave everything for the club and left the pitch with a broken heart.
Overriding emotions are that we're devastated that we've lost the Champions League final. Penalty shootouts are a lottery, you know. You either win them or you lose them, and tonight we was on the losing end of that. But, you know, that doesn't define us. This season from start to finish, we started in July in Singapore. We're now coming up to July again, and the season's just done, our 63rd game in all competitions. So look, we're proud of each other. We're proud of how far we've come. To get the Premier League over the line was a dream come true. And to do this tonight would have been extra special. It wasn't meant to be, that's football. We're gutted. But look, we move on. There's been so many top players who've taken so many years to win their first Champions League, and this is the way it is, you know. Tonight we've lost. We're going to take that moving forward and try and use these emotions and feelings to go on to try and win this competition in the future, because that's the feeling that we felt on the pitch, you know, seeing that trophy, seeing them lift it. We want that success, so we'll be back for sure.
So yeah, everyone is really disappointed, and it's tough to take, as I said, but at the same time we know what we've done this season. We've achieved something incredible, and we were so close to doing it even better today, yeah, at the moment disappointed, but still we got to see the bigger picture and remember all the good stuff as well.
When something had to go our way, especially in the boxes, with the penalty that it was given to Mosquera and the no penalty to Marueke and the penalty kicks, those margins didn't go for us. Well, it's comparing. I watch all the penalties in the competition in the last 72 hours to understand what is a penalty and what is not, and that easily can be a penalty. It's not what happened, and that's it. So we need to do better. We will have to improve and find different margins to get the outcome that we want.
A disappointed Thierry Henry, who just watched his Arsenal lose on penalties. The worst way to lose one of these finals, Thierry.
Yeah, because you were close, but if you analyze the final properly, there wasn't much in it. You knew how Arsenal was going to approach the game, especially after they scored, even more so. And then Paris Saint-Germain was trying to find a way, and you saw at the end they couldn't. They went back in the game with a penalty, but they were trying to push. And overall, if you look at the situation, the shot of Vitinha towards the end, the deflected shot also by Barcola's chance. Barcola not being able to push the ball straight, if not it's a 1v1. But other than that, there was not a lot of stuff created. It's always difficult to lose on penalty, yeah, obviously.
What a moment for this team, for this cup.
Hey, you're taking me away from the celebrations, man. It's so beautiful. We'd love to see what it means to us, what it means to the fans. Yeah, we're also happy.
As I walk these streets alone, through this borough I call home, upon the barren fields of ivory, neath the stadiums of stone, through the turnstiles of the Angel, see the homeless on the green, from the Cali to the cross, and every shithole in between, past the church, the mosque, the crack den, and the offie on the corner. See the brasses from the brothel that pretends to be a sauna. Watch the bedlam in the bookies. See the winners and the losers seeking solace from their sorrow in the local battle cruisers. Through the madness in the market, weathered faces turn to greet ya. Hello, governor, how's your mother? Your right, son, be lucky, geezer. Double pie and mashing liquor. A couple rows in the upchat, or watch retired gangsters bicker. Every day an office calf. The little fuckers causing trouble for the causes make you smile. You meet your muckers for a couple. Forget your troubles for a while. From the full nil to the Hemi, all the faces are the same. Cause the manner might be changing, but the people still remain. No! My blood will forever run